Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, to our FC24 career mode in Manchester City, the reboot it is. And big breaking news to start off today's episode, to kick things off with news coming from Sky Sports that Kevin De Bruyne is expected to leave Manchester City this summer. At the end of his contract, he's expected to go. He's currently out injured, and we can confirm that news is possibly true because Kevin De Bruyne has come to speak to Pep Guardiola. And this is, without doubt, probably the most difficult conversation we'll ever have with a player. Captain Kevin De Bruyne comes to the manager's office to say, "Boss, I guess we both know why we're here." Already on a bad start. Pep Guardiola says, "We've been monitoring your recovery closely, and I know how hard you've been working to get back. But the medical team is concerned, and we both know it's been a tough journey for Kevin De Bruyne returning from this ACL, double ACL injury, whatever it was. ACL, MCL. De Bruyne says it has been. He's tried everything, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. And he doesn't want to hold the club back." I mean, that shows the kind of man Kevin De Bruyne is. Pep says, "Kevin, you've given everything to this club. You've been one of the best players I've ever worked with." That's a big, big compliment. It's difficult for both of us, but we need to make the right decision. Unfortunately, we can't offer you a new deal right now. That is Kevin De Bruyne meaning on a free transfer at the end of his contract, the end of this season, which is the end of the season now, he's gone. Pep Guardiola drops the big news on Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin says, "I understand, Pep, it's hard, but I knew this might be coming." What happens next because Kevin De Bruyne, because he's going to be leaving the club? What happens next for De Bruyne, who's still injured? Well, City have come up with a really good idea for Kevin, and I like this. De Bruyne has been informed by Pep Guardiola the club is committed to helping you fully recover, no matter how long it takes, so we will continue to let De Bruyne use our facilities, our medical staff, and so on. We want you to continue your journey within the City Football Group. Once you're ready, there's a possibility of a move to New York City FC. They will be thrilled to have you once you're back to full fitness. So De Bruyne will not be leaving the City family. He'll be part of New York City if he does recover from this horror injury, this knee injury he's picked up." De Bruyne says, "New York is a challenge, but I've always loved the idea of playing the US. I think it's good for his family as well, the US. I think De Bruyne would like to move there, better than Saudi Arabia. It might be the fresh start I need," says Kevin De Bruyne as he tries to return from injury. Well, the New York City season doesn't start till January, so he's still got another 6 months. That would be, however, 12 months out injured for Kevin De Bruyne, over 12 months out injured. Pep Guardiola says, "Exactly, you'll still be part of the family, Kevin. You've done so much for this club, and we want to support you in every way possible. Thank you for everything you've given us." So they have come to the decision, De Bruyne, Pep Guardiola, Manchester City, the board, the club, that our club captain, our icon, one of the best players, the most skillful, high-quality players, the most talented player ever to play for Manchester City, we will leave the club at the end of his contract at the end of this season. We'll give him a big send-off like he deserves, but he'll stay within the City family, and that is good to see. Emotional, really. We're going to the quarter-finals of the FIFA Club World Cup and possibly the semi-finals in today's episode. You can see that Paris Saint-Germain and WS Wanderers is one draw. Dortmund versus Al Nassr, Bayern versus us, and Inter versus River Plate. I expect the European sides to go through, and I expect it to be an Inter, a Dortmund, a Paris Saint-Germain, and then a City, a Bayern Munich semi-final. Well, I have the feeling that this episode may be full of departures because Nathan Ake has handed in a transfer request to leave Manchester City. He was very close to joining Chelsea a few seasons ago, wasn't he, Nathan Ake, in a £50 million deal or a £55 million deal. In the end, Chelsea pulled out that deal. They weren't willing to pay that sort of money for one of their former academy players. And Nathan Ake went on to be one of the main players, one of the starters in this Manchester City side. However, things have not turned out the way maybe we wanted them to with Nathan Ake. I thought he played a lot of games last season, but Ake isn't happy with his game time a little bit. He wants to be more of a key player at this point of his career. And another player to come to Pep Guardiola's office and say, "I've been thinking a lot lately, and it's not an easy decision, but I want to let you know that I'm considering leaving the club this summer." And Pep Guardiola says, "Leaving, Nathan? Why? You've been doing so well for us." And Ake appreciates that, but he's at a stage in his career, he believes, where he really needs to start playing regularly, week in, week out. He wants to be a first-team regular, and he feels like a new challenge he's needed to achieve that. I mean, he has won absolutely everything possible at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola says, "I understand, Nathan, and I value honesty. You've been a crucial part of our squad, but I also see where you're coming from. Every player needs to feel like they're making a significant impact on the team." And Nathan, he says he loves the club, he loves the team, and everything we've achieved together, but I think this is the right step for me. Well, Pep Guardiola says it's a tough decision, but if that's what you truly want, I won't stand in your way. And that's City's policy. If a player has to leave, they can go. Bring us the offer, we'll take it. I'll be sad to see you go, but I'll support your decision. Just know that you'll always be part of this family wherever you go. So Nathan Ake, we now await offers from clubs around Europe to see if anyone can take him off our hands and if he can get his move away from Manchester City. What a big miss. The test here for Manchester City is against Bayern Munich. They are the side we will look to beat to get to the semi-final. Harry Kane has scored 4 in his last 3 games this competition. Bayern certainly on form and playing well. And it's good to meet another European side and also face off against the former player, captain of Manchester City in Vincent Kompany. How come the two sides? It's Manchester City versus Bayern Munich in the FIFA Club World Cup quarter-finals. So Manchester City versus Bayern Munich here. The FIFA Club World Cup. Vincent Kompany side up against us. Musiala the man to look out for, as well as Harry Kane and a few others. Scary players in this Bayern side. Rodri. Oh, great pressing. Musiala nicks it off Rodri. The ball in behind to Musiala here. City in trouble. Jamal Musiala. Nathan Ake with a tackle in the box. It's enough to put him off. Brilliant challenge by Ake. Guimaraes, Rico. Rico in towards Haaland, rolls it across the box. Well dealt with by Bayern. Musiala, and they bring it away here, Bayern Munich. Harry Kane in behind. Great ball in behind Ibrahimovic. Runs at Ake. Slows down here. Pulls it across to Musiala. Back towards Musiala, well read by City. Bruno Guimaraes, a fantastic challenge. Savinho. Haaland. And a big challenge on Erling Haaland, wins it back in a good position. He was too slow to release the ball there, Haaland. Gundogan can't win it back for City. Into Gundogan. Rodri. Guimaraes, back to Rodri. Back to Gundogan. Haaland. Grealish, good play by City. Grealish. Up and over the top here. Handball by the Bayern player. Free kick Manchester City in a good position. Haaland's over it. I think we'll get Ilkay Gundogan on this one. See if he can swing one in. Bit too close to the keeper perhaps. In there, his bodies. Rodri back in there across the box. Harry Kane gets it away. Behind for a throw into Manchester City. Rodri tries to head it back across the box. Could he have gone for goal? Guimaraes. Rico. Savinho. Savinho! Shot's blocked and it's just over the goal of Manuel Neuer. A defensive player. Not a defensive manager. He likes the attacking football. He's worked it very well here. Rico. Grealish. Back to Rico. Back to Haaland in the turn here. And a clip by Erling Haaland, which is saved by Manuel Neuer, corner. Trouble on the counter here for City. Elise. Just time to Musiala. What a touch. Harry Kane. A good save by Edison. Lovely flick by Musiala. But Kane can't finish it. He could have took it further forward there, Kane. Haaland here. Good hold-up play. Grealish. Guimaraes. Back into Rodri again. Is a player taken down, as they know. That's the half-time whistle. Just like the Kiev game. 0-0. We've had the better chances. Guerreiro on the overlap. Rico Lewis in there. Can't stop it. Getting forward. Rafa Guerreiro against Manu Akanji. 2 former Dortmund players. Guerreiro gets the better of Akanji. Back to Guerreiro once more. Lewis has stood off him. Rico Lewis with a great challenge and puts it out for a throw-in or a corner. Very good challenge by Rico Lewis. Free kick. Okay. Changed his mind then, the referee. Ball in here. Rodri's been dropped. Bayern score. Well, surely Rodri's not that weak in real life, but he's weak here, Rodri. Is that not a foul? Is that not a foul, referee, on Rodri? By Leon Goretzka. And Bayern have the lead, and Rodri's injured after that one. Rico Lewis beaten. Kane. Elise, good block by Akanji. Away by Rico. Rodri. Oh, Savinho passes it the wrong way. Nathan Ake with a big challenge in the box. And he saved us there. Oh, and Gundogan gives it away. What are we doing? Kane. Akanji chases. What are we doing? Guardiola forward to try and stop that one. Harry Kane. Gundogan with him. Shot here. What is that from Edison? What is that from Edison? Absolutely terrible goalkeeper from Edison. 2-0 Bayern. That is us out with this competition. I'm frustrated now. Harry Kane. Good tackle by Akanji. Vardiel away. Grealish. Rodri. Guimaraes. Rico. Savinho. Rico Lewis through to Erling Haaland here. Go Erling, go. Haaland. Haaland! Saved by Neuer. That's the difference between the two sides, isn't it? They score their chances. Savinho in. Gundogan in there. Haaland. Good hold up play. Gundogan, wrong side of his man there. Ilkay Gundogan, Port. Kane. Kanji. Ball through to Bayern again. City in trouble once again. Musiala. Musiala, and a good save. Edison straight back to him. Rico loose off Musiala behind for a goal kick. But we're not going through here. We're 2-0 down. We're not going to score. We're going out the quarter-final stage, but we've given it a good go, I suppose. Savinho. Onto Grealish. Bad feet by Grealish. Intercepted by Jonathan Tart. Been crap again here today, and we're going to be crap, I'm sure, going into pre-season. I'm sure we're going to be crap going into next season. I don't care, referee. Send me off for all I care. Get him off, I don't care. Off goes Akanji. We need something to change this team. I think we need a bit of a reboot, don't we? A bit of a revamp of the team now. We've won 2 Champions Leagues. We've achieved a lot with this side. Pep Guardiola needs to reboot his team, to revamp the team. I think he knows that. It's time for a rebuild. Players getting older. And time for new ideas a little bit from Pep Guardiola, if he can do. Because we're out of the FIFA Club World Cup, a 2-0 defeat to Bayern Munich. We give it a go, but it wasn't enough. And Manchester City are out at the quarter-final stage, unfortunately. Well, we give it a good go, but it wasn't enough as we look ahead towards pre-season coming pretty soon. And also, what can we do in terms of rebooting this squad, revamping this side and getting us back to our top level again. Disappointment in the FIFA Club World Cup for Manchester City, and breaking news just seems to get worse for the club. More players asking to leave the club because of all the success we've achieved. Players believe there's just nothing more to do, and they've lacking the motivation. The next one is Bernardo Silva. He's asked to leave Manchester City on many occasions. This time, Bernardo says he wants to leave Man City, not to go to Barcelona, not to go closer to home, but return to home itself and return to Portugal. I assume in a move to Benfica, which he'll try and facilitate, and City will try and facilitate for him over this summer. He comes to Pep Guardiola's office. Bernardo Silva says, Pep, after the Champions League success, it's been an incredible journey and I'm so proud of everything we've achieved together. Pep knows that there's something wrong. He says, you've been incredible, Bernardo, a key part of this team's success. What's troubling you? Bernardo says he feels like, after everything we've accomplished, this might be the right time to go back home to Portugal. I've given everything to the club and it's been the best years of my life. But I miss home. He has for many years and he thinks it's finally time. Pep Guardiola says he understands. It's never easy to make such decisions. I mean, Pep absolutely loves Bernardo. He's going to miss him so much. You've earned the right to choose what's best for you, but you'll be missed more than you know. I think that's a key point there, that last 4 words. More than you know. He will be missed more than he knows. Bernardo says, thank you, Pep. This club, these fans, you've all been like family. But I feel it in my heart. It's time for me to go back and be close to my family there in Portugal, in Benfica, in Lisbon. And Pep Guardiola says he respects that, I respect that, the club respect that. You've given everything on the pitch and we're grateful for it. When you're ready, we'll make sure your departure is with all the honour and gratitude you deserve. Like De Bruyne, like Walker, like many of these players deserve to leave in their own terms. It looks like Benfica will be signing, or Bernardo will be joining them. Well, it's the news we all expected, we all knew was coming. A big departure from Manchester City after Stefan Ortega and Kyle Walker, 2 big first-team players left in the previous episode. Another first-team player leaves Manchester City, and this time it is the club captain in Kevin De Bruyne. Here, Manchester City announced departure away from the club, where Kevin De Bruyne will leave as a free agent. Now, in the mainstream media, he's uncertain what De Bruyne's future is. He will continue to recover at the CFA with Manchester City at the club and try to recover from that injury, so he's not going anywhere quite just yet. He's going to continue to try and recover from that injury with the club, and then we know behind the scenes there is moves to try and facilitate a move for Kevin De Bruyne to New York City. And like what we said to Kyle Walker, but even more so this time, a big thank you to Kevin De Bruyne. City and everything this club has achieved would not be possible without him. He has been an absolutely insane footballer. He's reached the heights, the best midfielder in Premier League history, you could say. It's such a sad way to end his career at Manchester City. I would have liked him to end in a really exciting fashion, maybe, you know, scoring the winning goal in a Premier League or a Champions League game. Unfortunately, the injuries just caught up with him towards the end, and that final injury, which he's still recovering from today, for over now, what, 8 months, 9 months he's been recovering from it. It's just too much. He's still got maybe another 6 months on his schedule. City will continue to help him. He'll continue to stay around the squad and the club before a possible move to New York City in America. But all things have changed at Manchester City, and these big departures start to make a little bit of a doubt over what Manchester City's future is as a club. An attempt to settle the nerves around the future, the possibilities at Manchester City before we end Season 1. This is the final episode of Season 1 of this career mode before things start to change in Season 2. Sporting director Sheikha Beristain has some big words for Pep Guardiola and this Manchester City side, and things that you guys will be interested to hear. Pep, this summer is set to be a massive one for the club in the transfer market. We've already lost some big players in the squad, and it's expected more will depart, the likes of Bernardo Silva and Nathan Ake. Some will see this as an end of an era at Manchester City, which it is. It is the end of an era after Season 1 here. But remember, Pep Guardiola signed an extension. He's going to be here 2 more seasons, and Cheeky says, however, one era ending, this club intends to start the creation of another new era here at Manchester City, more successful than the one before perhaps. The club plan to fully back you in rebuilding another treble-winning squad to compete on all fronts in all competitions. The club see no one better than you to continue the club's success. Our scouts will work on reports from players inside and outside the club, and together we will build a shortlist of players and positions to build another title-winning team at Manchester City. We wish you good luck in heading into another season here at City. Season 1 is complete, everyone. Season 1 is over, but Season 2, we promise bigger and better things than ever before. We will win that treble with the return of Captain Ilkay Gundogan. We will rebuild this squad with new, young and possibly experienced, exciting footballers to take this Manchester City side back to the pinnacle of world football, the treble. Thanks for watching. Please do like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. Join the We Are City Members Club for extended and early access to all these episodes. And get ready, because Season 2 is coming soon.